This is Sean Conrad. It may be obvious now because of the political climate and people's views as far as who our president is and who our president was and what has this person done and what has that person done and the attacks on people and companies and hate crimes. We're very conscious of who's who. We're very conscious of race. We're very conscious of circles and gatherings. And I can't help but to remember when I was younger and we didn't think about things like that. It was get enough people so we can have this softball game. It could be guy, girl, get enough people so we can have this game. Pick the best players, pick the best shooters. Doesn't matter if they're black, white, Hispanic, try to pick the best shooters. Being younger, I was just less conscious. And it's a shame that as we get older, we find out about this messy world. Messy, just real messy. We don't know who really originated what. I'm way more conscious of what I was being taught or not being taught in school about who I am, about other people who don't look like me. I'm in this weird place right now because I really want to go back. I really want to go back and understand everything. Who makes the IQ exams that tells you if you're good or you need some help, you need some assistance. Who's to say, right? And of course, there's probably some average that they're going with and blah blah blah, but what about where you're from? And what about your culture? And what about how you wear your hair? And how people dress from your side of town and your family and your culture? Why, if we go against the grain, all of a sudden we need help or, that's not right. And it's, trust me, I'm not going towards like racism and stuff like that. I'm not really going there because I can tell you right now, one of the things that cracks me up, like with church in the black community, and this is probably not in just the black community, but growing up in New York, I've seen the Guyanese Church of Christ. I've seen the Jamaican such and such church. I've seen the Barbados worshipers of such and such church. Did somebody not realize that when you fine tune it like that, it doesn't make it so welcoming for others? Did anybody realize that? Was that like talked about? Was that talked about in the meeting, like when we were going for the name? That's hilarious to me, right? If you're not, of the Barbados such and such, do you really want to go to that church on Sunday just to visit? I don't know. So we really have to be careful, and we should not be ashamed to learn about who we are. Go further back and find out what happened, right? Like what happened? How did your spot get discovered, and who were your people and what were they good at? What did they invent? What were their style of dress? How did the women act, and what did the men do so well, and how did those people, your people, love your families, and how did they show that? That's important for you to know. because that person's story is not your story. And that person's story is not your story. And we shouldn't feel ashamed of our stories. We shouldn't be ashamed of our stories. That's why people are embracing freedom. People, that's why, hey, somebody wants to wear dreadlocks, somebody wants to wear it bald, somebody wants to put bigger loops in their ears. That's up to them. Maybe that symbolizes something that you're not familiar with. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make them a bad person because they don't speak exactly the way you do or act exactly like you do. So let's give people a chance. We have to give people a chance. And not just give them a chance. We have to be open to learn things that maybe deliberately was not being taught to you. Maybe. Who knows? But be open. If anything, it will not take away what you already have. It will multiply your outlook on things more than what you already have. It will give you a better understanding of who you're communicating with. It will allow people to be more open with you. It will allow people to be more open with you. And being more open you'll see more love come out of that. You'll see more love come out of that. Come over. Let me do this for you. Let me take care of your family. Let me feed you. Let me invite you over to dinner. Why don't you come watch the game in my house? It's okay. Let me introduce you to my wife, my husband, blah, 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 blah. When people see that you're not going to judge them, we open this thing up. It's not anyone's fault that they were born in another country and came up under a different belief. We can't just say, oh, you practice that. That's the wrong thing. God's about to do something about that. Because they happen to be born on a different side of the earth and their parents and family came up differently than yours, they should be cast away? Are you sure? You just happen to be born in the right spot and went to the right church and everybody else got it messed up and they're doomed? Anyway, let's open our arms a little bit more. We really should. Subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell.